Hey guys, it's Chava Madima here. Back again for another episode of BackChat. Today we'll be speaking to Taylon Bieldt. So we're gonna have a good chat with her. I think she's got a good story to tell us. I'm just gonna accept her on now and we're gonna get going. Welcome everybody. Welcome to BackChat. Ruben, I see you. Hey Taylon, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good and you?
I'm also well, thanks. Good to have you on here.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
All right, what I'm gonna do quickly, I see I have left my book in the other room, so you can just introduce yourself to the people and I'll be back.
Oh,
Just tell them
gee,
what event you
thanks.
do. Just tell them what event you do, and yeah, I'll be back. Just 2 seconds.
Okay, cool. Okay, hello everyone who's just joining now and who's been on. My name is Taylon Bieldt and I'm a South African hurdler. Recently, this season, I changed my event from the 100 hurdles to the 400 hurdles. So yeah, my season has been exciting. I'm excited to tell you guys more about it and more about what I believe in. And yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this. You're a champ. I was so excited just talking to you because, like, I've it feels like you've been in the athletic circuit for such a long time, from since you were a youth athlete, representing SA as a youth, and then again as a junior, and again, so it just goes to show. And now as a senior, I mean, I think you've also represented SA, and it's just interesting to see how you keep on growing, and also that longevity, being in the sport for that long. I mean, I don't think many people understand, but it just shows the type of person you are, your character, your faith, and everything.
Yeah, sure. It's been a battle, and I think you will also know the challenges that come with it. But hey, we made it. We made.
And we made it.
Mm.
Yeah, so happy lockdown level 3. I think it's worth celebrating.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, it's we come from 5. I'll take a 3 any day. It's getting better and better. So I guess it's
Yeah,
always positive.
I'm really looking for the day that looking forward to the day that I can see a track again. Like, yeah, what I would do, I would do so many sessions now just to make up for it.
You'll do all the sessions in one day.
Oh, I'll never complain again. I will never complain about hitting lactic again for the rest of my life.
If you could write a letter to Lactic, dear Lactic, what are you gonna tell? What are you gonna tell Lactic right now?
No, I'll just be like, listen, I miss you so much. Please come back to me. Like, let's not do this separation. Like, I know this break it was hard for both of us. Yeah.
Oh my word, that's the
Yeah, and
funniest thing.
you've been going on strong. Still those gym and you DIYing it and you just going on strong there. Nothing's
Yeah,
holding you back.
I think it's just I decided from the word go. When the lockdown started, I just decided it's either I'm gonna adjust as quick as possible and accept what's happening, and
Mhm.
use it to gain some momentum, use it on the spiritual side, on my physical side, and yeah, I think so. Every day felt like a new challenge and something else to overcome, and I think that's why for me, like I really took it as it is. I got rid of a few niggles in the hamstring. I got rid of a lot of things that I needed to work on. So yeah, it's just have to be positive.
That's pretty cool though. Like I really appreciate and I'm really inspired by your mindset going into it because my mindset going into lockdown was like, oh man, all the breakdowns I'm gonna have thinking that I should be training better and eating better and all those things. So I really do feel inspired by your mindset going in. And I think after watching all your videos and stuff like that of you training, it just makes me feel like, okay, you need to go up, you need to get going, do something, because right now it's tough out there, and we need all the
Yeah,
motivation we can get. Hey.
Absolutely, it has been difficult, you know. And I mean, I think the thing that helped me to adjust as quick as possible was that it's not like it was not a Chama Madima problem, you know. There was a Taylon
Mm.
Bieldt and you know all the greats, you know,
Oh,
that are all over the world. I mean, it's Roger, it's Djokovic, it's the best rugby players. You know what I mean? It's
mm.
everybody. So it's we've got a fair playing field, fighting against you know the same enemy. So I think that also made it a bit easier. You know, it's one thing when you feel alone, but when you're part of a community, you know, it's always a bit easier.
Yeah, I keep having to tell myself, Taylon, don't worry. Everyone else is also not going to Olympics this season. No one else can qualify. It's okay. It's not like I've missed it. It's just being postponed, so we've all missed it. And I think that that's something to look forward to going ahead. And I think it's also, I don't know about you, but it kept me quite sane, thinking, listen, it's not over. Like
Yeah.
there's still a lot to be done, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, absolutely. I think it's very important. Sorry if you see me tapping, I'm just waving at everybody. Let's just welcome everybody. Hi everybody. Thanks for joining in. I'm sitting with the superstar Taylon Bieldt. She's only 21 years old, turning 22 this year, and I'm just gonna read some of her achievements. You know, she was a World Under 20 Championships finalist. She's obviously two-time SCA 100-meter hurdles champion. 2015 World Under 8. 2015, you was rocking in 2015 as well at the World Under 18 champs for the 4x4. You guys got a silver medal. African Under 20 champs. You were a gold medalist with in the 100-meter hurdles. All Africa Games 4x100-meter silver, as well as the 100-meter hurdles bronze medals. So most of your achievements have been in the 100-meter hurdles as well as the relays. But maybe to those that don't know, you've transitioned now to the 400-meter hurdles. Um, and obviously, the 400 meters is another event where you ran in phenomenal time. So tell us about the transition. Why? I mean, you've had so much great success in the 100-meter hurdles, and now moving up to the 400-meter hurdles, which I think is a brilliant move because your 400-meter speed is brilliant. Your hurdling technique from the shorter distances is brilliant. So yeah, just uh, give us a breakdown of why you decided to do this move with your coach and so on.
Well, you know, I think the transition was quite interesting to me. That doesn't seem like the obvious choice. 400 hurdles is a deadly event. I wouldn't advise anyone to do it. Like it's crazy. Like, oh, it's the most frustrating event ever to me. Just regularly when I'm training it, and I ask myself the question, why this event? Like, why this event? So I do understand why people want to know why the transition. But it was actually so significant to me. I think short, like, to give you the short version, it's just like God finally gave me the boldness to go into 400 hurdles. um I always felt like 100 hurdles it was just a bit easier. It came a bit easier. Like the training is more fun to me. If I don't
Yeah,
enjoy training, I'm not gonna, why would I bother doing the event? You do the event like a few times, you know, like a few times a season, or like like you have a few races, but training you have to do every single day. So to me, I think I just didn't have the boldness to train that every day. I didn't want to. And it was quite significant actually, because God kind of told me in a way that like when I was least enjoying athletics, it was like kind of, I was struggling to find my love for athletics and stuff like
yeah,
that. Then he came to
patient.
me
Yeah,
and he just kind of let me know, listen, there's a big plan. I'm still going to use you. I'm still going to
yeah,
use the platform. So you must just keep on and just trust me. So I think that was quite cool, because then finally this season I had the boldness, and I was just like, okay, God, I'm just going to change my event on an Olympic year, and I'm just going to trust you. You're going to do whatever with it. So let's just see. And it was quite cool actually, because like the first time I raced 400 hurdles, I mean, for those who actually do the event, they would know like the strides differ. Like I
yeah,
didn't know what strides was comfortable. I kind
yeah.
of looked at videos and I was like, okay, they run like this, so I should probably run with this leg and this, and it's not like that at all. So I think it was quite challenging for me because it was one of those events that I was like, okay, if there's one event I'd stay away from, it would be 400 hurdles. So the
Look at
ironic,
you.
like, God can be ironic sometimes, and he takes that one thing that you hate so much, and he's just like, I'm gonna use that event, that one that you hate so much. Let's do that. That looks fun. So
It's interesting, like, because sorry to cut you, like you hear Wade van Niekerk also when he speaks, he talks about not enjoying the 400 meter. He's like, it's the event where he loves the 100 and 200 meter definitely more, obviously, and the 100 more, but like the 400 hurdle, the 400 flat for him is like his least favorite event, but it's one that he excels in the most. I mean, the world record holder. So
no,
I think it's brave, like what you're doing as well. Almost walking into the event, which is a bit harder, pushes you more. I think it also forces you to trust a bit more. But you've done so well. I mean, currently in South Africa, you're ranked number one in the 400 flat as well as the 400 meter hurdle. So there is obviously a bit of affirmation or confirmation that the decision you
yeah.
made it's a good one.
Yeah, definitely. And then I get people asking me, especially after that 300, that
Yeah.
shootout, shootout.
Ooh.
Let me just get this. Like with Costa, and they keep asking me, they're like, did you know you're going to run such a good time? And did you know your 400 was going to be good? And I'm like, I'm just as surprised as everyone else. I didn't know, but
It's
I think
7.22.
yeah, I think my body is ready for it now. I mean, I'm loving the training. I'm loving my everyday. So I can't complain. Like, it's an exciting move to me. And 400 probably doesn't feel like a lot to you. You just like, well, that's not even your warm up.
It's hard. 400 is just a hard event. Like, like one thing about the 400, you just have to get it right. If you get it wrong, it hurts. Yeah, 800 is fine for me. 2 laps, that's better. 400, I'll leave that to you guys.
Yeah.
And tell us about the shootout. You ran the 300-meter shootout. Obviously, it was like a brilliant race. You ran a 37.22. You know, uh, you and Custer pushing each other there. So just run us through the events. Like, how was the atmosphere? What is it like being there? The race, post race at the time. Like, just give us a bit of insight into that whole experience.
Oh my word, what a great experience. Like to me, that was like one of the probably the highlight race of my season. The atmosphere was just amazing. Like all those kids and all those spectators there right behind your back. Like it felt like it was so much more significant than just the 300. Like I think the crowd really they just showed up. That was amazing. Like that was amazing. And then obviously running with Costa, and I still remember I was still mad at you because you put her in my inside lane, and I was like, why would someone do that? Like, come on, like that's so much, that's so hard. But it was really a good race. Like I'm so glad she was there because she pushed me, like she brought it, and I think that also caused me to bring out the best in
Yeah.
myself at that time and stuff like that. So I was so grateful that she was there. Um, when I was running, I still remember going down the back straight because obviously, like my first season doing a longer program, saying like or going for a longer distance, like a 400. So I'm not comfortable with running further than 100. So with me going down the first 100, I was like, okay, I mustn't go too fast because just now I'm gonna burn out. And then I saw her coming past me around the corner, and I'm like, you're not supposed to be here right now
Not
already.
now, not yet.
Not now. And she scared me so much, and I just kicked in the next gear, and I'm so grateful for that actually because I needed it. Like I really needed it. I think more high quality races like that is definitely necessary. And I think if for me, I know personally with my next step, I hope my next season is full of races like that with high competitors, like just pushing me to get out the best in myself, because I think it makes the most difference. But anyway, and then in the race, we just ran and we just gave it our best, and it ended finally. And then I just remember walking, like I was pretty tired, and I just looked over to Costa, and she just walked off like there was nothing wrong. And it was quite cool actually as well, because I remember after the interviews, I think it was still you that also told me I got like the best feedback I could have gotten, um, when I think Costa told you or something like that, or in the interview, I'm not sure really where it happened, but then you told Costa, Taylor and what, she ran a good race with you and stuff like that, and you guys were really like giving each other heat. And then Costa said, yeah, she must just not be so scared. And to me, that was like the best thing you could have said, because I need
Yeah.
to learn to like kick in. So I think
Wow.
that race really set me up for like mentally for the
Yeah.
future races I'm gonna run. Like I'm so grateful for her. I love Costa. I love that race.
It's amazing. Yeah, so definitely 2021, we're gonna have you back on the classic shootouts. I think it was absolutely, it was so much fun. All right, cool. What I'm gonna do now, we're gonna play a quick game just to get see how quickly you can think, right? So it's very simple. I'm putting 30 seconds on my stopwatch over here, and all you have to do in 30 seconds, right, is tell me as many things as possible that you put in your athletics track and field bag for competition. Coming to you in three, two, one. Let's go.
Okay, always pack in dry clothes, warm clothes, extra pants and shirt, extra pair of spikes, both pair of spikes. My warm up band, my foam roller. I put my like a tennis ball in there. A water bottle, sunscreen. I put deep heat in there. What else? Food, definitely a lot of food, pasta. Towel. What
And
else? What
time.
else?
Time. That was good. That was good. I've
Yeah,
got
did I
14, but I was
miss
counting with one hand and I'm checking time. Maybe somebody else will have a different one. But
did I miss
I picked up around about like 14 or 15.
yeah, did I miss anything important, any crucial elements?
No, I think if you've got your spikes in there, you know what I mean? I think you like 90% covered, you know?
This one time, we were still going to World Youth, right, in Colombia, and at the airport, I realized I forgot my spikes and my toothbrush, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was,
Spikes and
I
your
was, yes. And then luckily, my mom came with a later flight, I think 2 days later, so she bought my spikes. But otherwise, for that, oof.
Oh, that's at least it ends well, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And your license number, of course, your license number as well.
Yeah, of course, you need that as well. All right, so obviously, like, it's always interesting, like, looking at, you know, talking about the transition, right? Like, I always look at the transition in athletics, like,
Mm-hmm.
coming from a youth athlete into junior and then senior. Like, how have you found that? Obviously, now is your, let's call it your second year as a, well, let's call it third year. Yeah, your
Mm-hmm.
third year as a senior athlete, and it looks like you found a new groove in it. You know, like what has motivated you to keep going? I mean, there's definitely a need for more female top athletes especially in South Africa. You know, just tell us what has motivated you to keep going. Um, I know you're also studying as well. What has kept you like glued to athletics and you know?
Well, I think as a youth and junior, I think what kept me going is the excitement of like knowing that I could run and I can do as well as qualifying and taking a trip overseas and stuff like that. And to me, that was like amazing, to travel as a kid and to travel to do what you love. Like I honestly, like if I look back at my younger days, I can't say younger, like that younger. I'm just 21, but like, my younger days as an
Yeah,
athlete, I was really hooked when I could travel. Like traveling was just, that was amazing for me. And then it kind of came, you had to like, I want to say like life hit after school, and now it was like studies. Now you have to juggle studies, and at the same time there was a lot of other things going on.
mm-hmm.
So now, so you were kind of on the brim of like, okay, are you still gonna pursue this even though you have other things to do, and the pressures of other things are gonna
Yeah,
take a lot of time and energy. But I think what kept me going is just now, well, what's keeping me going now is to know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, because I know
Yeah,
that God athletics as a platform for what he needs me to do. So I
yeah,
think that there's no question. Like, I don't need motivation right now. Like, I know I'm good because I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I do what I
yeah,
love every day, you know, and it's just God kind of just created that space for me now to move into the next level. So going from a student athlete, I still had to focus on studies. It doesn't mean I get to just do what I want to do, but I think God's timing is perfect, and I think He's setting me up now to take my athletics further, because I'm finishing my studies now, and um, He's just kind of making the way for me. You know, I'm just
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm just enjoying what I'm doing right now. So for me, it's just believing that what you're doing is creating a platform for God to work through you, and the rest He's gonna set up for you. So I think that that's what's important for me. Yeah, and for you, what's your favorite thing, like bringing you back to athletics every season, and bringing you back to a 1-5 and all the worst events that I can think of? That oof, what?
Before I take your question, I'm gonna first see. I see people are asking me some questions as well, yeah, and then I'm gonna get back to that question. I see Stony. Hey, Stony. She says, "What's your 400-meter PB?" I know it. You can just tell it.
It's a 51.81. Oh,
Woo!
52,
52,
52.81.
52.81. Speak it
Yeah, we'll
into
get
existence.
we'll
We'll
get
get
there.
there.
Yeah,
So it's a 52.81, yeah.
yeah.
Awesomeness. That's quick. You know, when I saw that time earlier this year, I was like, I was so happy because we gym with the say we were in the same gym the whole time, so I could see the work you're putting in, with the Baldu and so on. And I mean, you're a machine. You come in there, you're so focused, you do your thing. You know what I mean, and you don't waste time. You just straight to
Mm-hmm.
the point. You do a session and you come out. And I mean, that's always like inspiring to see, because like I think sometimes as a youth or a junior athlete, you don't realize how serious it is. But
Mm-hmm.
serious also doesn't mean uptight. Serious doesn't mean
You need to
boring.
stress
Serious,
about it.
yeah, it just means focus. You take it like you really you take it really serious.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see if there's any other questions. All right, guys, just make sure if you want to ask something, just drop your questions in the comments, and we will definitely try to get to as many questions as possible. So please do so. And back to your question. What is your question?
My
Oh
question
wait,
was
but
what?
one more. I got one more question. I
Okay,
see
go.
one here. It says, if you could have one training session with anyone in the world, that's a cool question. Who would it be? Anyone in the world, who would it be?
Oh, I have to say Sydney right now. I have to say
Oh,
Sydney. I have a lot to learn. I love learning from her. Like, I love looking at her things and learning and seeing what she does. So I think I'd love to have a training session with her. Um, yeah, a gym session. Like, a gym session is something else though. Like, who would we want? Who's good in the gym? Like, who's a machine in the gym? I think probably. Ugh,
I've seen a few of Asafa Powell's gym stuff.
that's
Um,
crazy.
but yeah, I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe not Corey Carter. There's someone else. I'll
Think of
mention her later. I'll think about it. But there's someone who's also like crazy in the gym.
All right, cool. All right, thanks for that question, Irvin Schmid. That's a good question. You could train with anybody in the world. That's a big question.
Ooh, Asher Smith.
Asha
She's
Smith
crazy.
is, yeah,
She's
she's a
crazy.
machine.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
that's the
That's
one.
for sure. So,
That's the one. All right, cool. I want to touch on something that's also very important. Like, when you look at athletics, we all have like teams and support structures and all that type of stuff. Like, I want to know, like, what people do you keep around you to make sure that Taylon Bieldt becomes absolute champion? Like, just tell me your team, like who's in your team, who you're working with, and what type of people are you keeping around you to make sure that you get to your next goal?
That's actually such an important question. Like, now that you mention it, like I would definitely advise, like from a young age, to make sure, like, you know, make sure your support structure is gonna help you move forward, because a lot of times, especially with young athletes, you know, you might get away with a bad support structure in high school or primary school.
Yeah.
Get out of school, it just revealed, it's exposed itself. You know what I mean? It will expose itself, and you will see it in your performance and stuff. So I would definitely, like, a support structure is actually so important.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so glad with mine. Like, I'm honestly, like, I'm over the moon with mine. My mom is my coach,
Mom
which
is
is
your coach, all
my
right?
mom is my coach. That's amazing. Um, my gym coach is Voldu,
Yeah.
right? And he just keeps me in check
I
because
know.
he knows my body now well. I think we've been working together for about 3 years now,
Yeah, yeah.
so he knows my body so well. And I definitely am that kind of athlete that wants to know what's going on. So I don't like just taking orders. Like, I like asking
Understand.
I like
Yeah.
asking a lot of questions and understanding it myself, so
Mm.
that, you know, when this support structure, you know, people might not always be in there for a season, and so when I move on
That,
to the next season, then I know what's going on, and I know what's going on with my body. So I like learning a lot from these people, and I like taking it into account when I do whatever, when I go into a session, or maybe when we travel around the world and they're not always there, then I will
yeah.
kind of have a little bit of an understanding of what will work for me and what I can do and stuff like that. Um, so definitely those two people I rely on a lot. My stepdad is very involved with my mind.
Okay,
he
okay.
he
I wanted to
yeah
get to. Okay, okay.
yeah, so he's very involved with my mind. He's more along the neuroscience way and stuff like that. So it's quite important right now for me, because of the 400 hurdles. It requires a different mentality.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, than 100 hurdles, because 100 hurdles is just a set pattern the whole time in your brain. So I think he's just giving me a lot of drills and helping me to kind of just make my brain a bit more flexible. And that's why, like, that's what I've been focusing a lot in this lockdown, is just, you know, there's not a lot of physical things you can do, but spiritually and mentally, like,
it's a
nothing is
lot.
keeping me from that. Yeah, and then obviously, like, God is, woo, my battery. No,
Oh,
and God is just like, and God is just keeping, he's just keeping everything in line. And I'm so grateful, because I feel like my athletics is just, it's gonna help a lot of people, and it's gonna help me to learn a lot and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see what happens from this whole support structure and the next seasons and stuff.
absolutely. All right. And obviously, when it comes to recovery, what are you doing there? You've mentioned your gym coach. You've mentioned the gym. You mentioned your coach is your mom. That's interesting. You've mentioned your dad as a mentor. So obviously you're working a lot with your family. Like how is that? Has that been working well? Obviously, it's been working well for you. Just tell us some of the small. Just tell us one of the small challenges you have. You're facing with your
Yeah, I
mom.
know.
Just one. Just one. You don't have to give details. Just one.
Okay, well, those who train with me and know me quite well, it's not a surprise to them when they see me, like, oh, I'm so embarrassed actually. But like, when I get to the track and I'm just having a stress day and I just don't get everything right, then me and my mom can, like, you know, we can swap some words there, and I'll tell her, no, I don't understand this. I don't think I should be doing this. Like, we can argue. You know, we can argue. We can take a, you know, she doesn't feed me, but, you know, like, when we argue. I'm joking. No, I
I can
think
imagine. That's
actually,
it's not easy.
it's not easy. It really was. I think it was worse when I was younger, because then, like, oof, I consider myself a hard athlete to deal with, in the sense of, like, I'm so picky. Like, I'm so picky with everything. But we
Yeah.
work out well now. Like, those people my support structure, they know my body the best. Like my mom is such an amazing hurdles coach. Like she is such an amazing hurdles coach. She has her own experience from it, and I think we're learning together. Like now, because we're getting into the next phase and the next seasons, and I'm trying to go, like I'm trying to make a career out of this, stuff like that. So I think we're learning it together, and I think she hears me out and I hear her out, and we just kind of working together, growing together. So I love that, because like my mom, I know she just wants the best for me as well. So yeah, so it's the trust is there, and the support is there, and everything is there.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it's all about in the day. It's all about the trust. It's all about, you want to trust everybody in your team, and obviously now for you going into becoming a professional athlete, that's the next level, that's like an area you've never experienced before, like and like some of the things you're learning about like athletics from being a very good uh, youth and junior athlete into transitioning into being a senior athlete? What is some of the biggest lessons you've learned, and what are things that you never knew you would need to know?
Well, some of the lessons that I learned is definitely I can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I'm learning as I go along. Trying to think of ones that could be helpful though, because to me personally, it's like I just need to learn to not stress as much. Like it needs to, because it's gonna become like more of a daily thing. I can't make it like it's gonna be the end of the world every day. You know what I mean? Like it's focused, and I'm just trying to um get myself into the routine of being a professional athlete, like saying every day I know what I need to do during the seasons and stuff like that during winter. And I think I'm just adjusting my body and my mind, basically, if I have to say it like that. I'm just adjusting my body and my mind to being a professional athlete. And just I'm trying to not make athletics more than it is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not trying to make it more than it is. Like it's something that I love doing, and there's nothing else I rather do. But it mustn't take all of my energy and all of my love, and as a person and stuff like that. And I also, one of my support structures that I forgot to mention is my boyfriend, because he will understand. Like he definitely deserves credit when it comes to me, because he is just amazing. Like he's just amazing, been amazing for me, and an amazing support and stuff like that. So yeah.
Big up to him as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, like, obviously, like everything you're mentioning is, I think it's definitely spot on. Like, if you were to look at, like, some of your, like, I just want to let's look at any. There's more comments here. I see Odiki
Oh,
says
my bestie.
your bestie says most beautiful person inside and out. We've got
Coach.
Rose. Rose was agreeing with what you were saying. I saw a yes queen somewhere, and I saw Stony was saying awesome. Like obviously, it just goes to show the type of person you are on the track, and obviously the inspiration that you give to a lot of female athletes. I wanna touch on that because obviously it is important. For other up and coming young female athletes to have role models. You know what I mean? I mean, you're still young, but I mean, it's important that they have those type of role models. Who do you look up to? Like, which female athlete do you look up to, or any athlete in general, in South Africa and abroad? I know you mentioned Sydney already.
Yeah. I think what is important to me is like I actually there's a lot of aspects of people that I like with Sydney. Like I like the way that she trains. I love the way, like, her mentality when it comes to training and racing. I love that about her. With Casta, I love how fearless she is. I love
Yeah.
how bold she is, and then nothing can stop her. Like nothing can stop her. I love that. And what I like to do is I like to take those characteristics, and I want to
Mm.
like I want to make sure that me and myself, like, I can be that kind of person for
Yes.
myself, not necessarily for other people. Everyone doesn't have to see the kind of person that I want to be. Because a lot of times I'm too shy to even talk to anyone or something like that. Like I'm too awkward and shy.
You
But a
dance.
lot of times, like I really do strive to be that person that I want to be. Like I want to become that person. I don't want to look at people and be like, oh, I wish I was more like. I like give it to me. Like let me become that person. Like I want to learn. I want to grow, and I want to become that person that doesn't need to look at other people and wish, you know,
Yeah.
this and this and this. Like I want to be that person for myself. And if I mean, if that can help other people to look at themselves, I don't want people looking at me. They just need to like be able to look at themselves and want to be better and want to grow. Then that's my job done. Like that's all I could hope for.
Oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. And we're gonna wrap it up in the next 5 minutes or so. Yes, time has been flying.
Yeah, but my battery is at 10%, so
Yeah, don't worry. We've got enough time to wrap it up. At least that's a good thing.
okay.
So we've got that. So like just also coming into athletics in South Africa. Obviously, I do have so many more questions, but I don't think we'll even be able to get to that. We'll have to have you back some other time. But yeah, I want to get some social stuff. Your music. What music do you listen to? What music gets you like psyched up? Like there's Taylon, the nice Taylon, and then there's Taylon on the track, ready to destroy everybody in the way. What do you listen to? Do you listen to music before you get onto the track, or what do you do?
It's actually a funny story. I think because of my energy levels and my hype levels, it's already up there. You know, I try to use music to bring me a bit down, you know, just to settle it down. But there's nothing else I would fill myself with, other than like something Christian, something about God, something about me being good enough, something about me being
Yeah,
able, stuff like that. I don't need to listen to like all the like a lot of rap. I do listen to rap sometimes, but Christian rap because I want to listen to something that's feeding my soul and my spirit because
yeah,
that's what I used to run. People think it's the body and the mind all the time. It's not. Like it's really not. And I think I got to experience that a lot. So feeding my spirit
yeah.
and my mind and my soul before I run, that's the best thing for me. So I kind of just I can roll with anything. That I can really roll with any rhythm or anything like that. Um, I don't think I really focus that much on the music though, because I'm just too like nervous and thinking about what I'm doing and what I need to do to actually really care. But I love Sia. I really do love Sia as well. Like
Woo, yeah, yeah, yeah.
she speaks some
No, her,
powerful there.
her songs are so powerful. Like,
Yeah, I love Sia. I really love
what's your favorite song from her?
currently.
Or the
Um,
one song of her that you'd be like, that's the one, that's the go-to song.
Probably The Greatest. I like The Greatest, that song. And then now original, I'm really like grooving to original a lot. I think that's quite cool. And yeah, that's what I listen to.
All right, super duper. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up now. Can you just give a message to the people that are watching now, and also, yeah, just give a message to the people that are watching. I don't know, whatever you wanna say to them, and those that look up to you as well.
I would just like to say to everyone watching, whether you're an athlete or not, just to be just to strive to be the best that you can be and just to show each other love. I think during this time, during lockdown and stuff, right? I think we all need more love because there's so much not nice things going on in the world, and I don't think that there's something that we can do to affect majority of it. But I know personally, as a person, you can just by showing more love and just by wanting to be better and to do better and stuff like that. I think we're gonna make a big difference. And it's not to the people in the world that you're gonna make a difference, but the people around you.
Yeah,
I think that's your target. You know what I mean? I think a lot of
yeah,
people aim to change the world when they should just be changing themselves and their heart, and the people around them should be able to see it. I think that's very important. Um, yeah, and they should just love what they do every day, or find something that they love doing every day. because I do believe that God put something in your heart for a reason. So if you're doing that and you're pursuing that, then He's gonna make a way for you. And yeah, just I hope everyone is keeping well, and I'm very excited to see everyone back on the track when lockdown is over.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time, man. Yeah, there's so many more things I would have liked to speak about, like I said, but I think 40 minutes of your time, I mean, I really appreciate it. It's been awesome. Yeah, and thanks to everybody for tuning in to BackChat. We're chatting with Taylon Bieldt. Your nickname used to be Bieldt at some time, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was
Yeah,
that.
I remember that.
Um,
Yeah,
so Instagram, that definitely we need to talk about Instagram because
we'll talk.
that was yeah, that there's a good story behind it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
But
Thank you so much for your time as well.
thanks, Taylor. It was a good chat. I know you wanted to ask me a question and it kind
Yeah.
of slipped away because of time. Sorry about that. But
Okay.
everybody wants to hear about Taylor and not about Timber, so it's all good.
No. Oh my. No, that's not true.
Nah,
That's definitely not
you're
true.
the star at the moment, and I mean, keep on with the good work, keep on training hard, keep on inspiring, and yeah, your light is shining. When your light shines, everybody else is also, able to be inspired and so on. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you
Thanks
so
everybody
much.
for watching,
Mhm.
and we'll be tomorrow. We've got somebody else special coming up, another female athlete. Um, yeah, I'd call her a legend. You know what I mean? She's coming on, so let's stay tuned for that. Tomorrow we'll be up again.
Definitely. Bye.
Bye.